Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be episode 2 of the Getting Started in Slinging video series. In the first video we covered what slings can be made out of, what the different styles might look like of construction. This one is going to be more because a lot of people have the question when they're first getting started is, how do you throw things with this? Doesn't make any sense at all, right? Actually, it makes a lot more sense to break it down into something you might already know. First, let's kind of get into how you would wear a sling. In this instance, this guy's got 2 finger loops, a pouch, and I like to hold mine with a knot on the end that I can hold with my fingers. Now, when you're spinning this thing around, all you're doing is letting go of that knot. And that's what releases your projectile. It's just letting that string go. So, people wonder, how do you get started when you're doing this? How do you know it's going to go in the right direction? Well, if you're first starting out, it might seem kind of daunting, but it's really just like throwing something, like throwing a ball, or like throwing a rock. If you can throw a rock, you can sling. If you can throw a ball, you can sling. And I'm going to show you just a simple pebble. Something small you can pick up here in between your fingers. We'll call this the Pebble Draw. Now, if I can take this thing and throw that pebble forward by just letting go of these fingers, you can do the same thing with your sling, where you grab your knot, like that pebble, pinch it between your fingers. Just start out, maybe just hold the sling behind yourself and throw that pebble. You're not actually throwing anything because all you're doing is holding your sling. You don't even have anything in your sling. All you're doing is you're just worried about that knot, that pebble that's in your fingers. Just throw that guy forward. Get yourself some practice getting that motion, because that throwing motion is central to how you sling. It doesn't matter what style you're using. That forward movement with releasing that knot is what's going to make that guy go forward. So you get some practice with that, and you can probably hear, maybe it's coming through the sound, maybe it's not, but on some of these guys I'm getting a nice pop, and other times I'm not. Try to get a nice consistent pop when you're doing this. You're getting good power and your release is getting good enough to where all of that energy is being transferred into that sling consistently. So just keep trying that, keep working that motion out, and then you can start adding rotations into it. You can try like an underhand rotation, and again, now you're throwing a rock underhand. You just let go like you were throwing a rock out of your hand, just like this. Doesn't have to be very complicated. Or you can go over your head like this and throw that rock that way. Start behind yourself and come around from the side and throw your rock that way. But just keep practicing with that. Throw the pebble. Just keep throwing the pebble. Keep working with that, and eventually you'll start to be able to control where your projectiles are going. Then you can upgrade to throwing tennis balls. If you got a safe place to do it, you can throw rocks or golf balls. And just start practicing with that, moving your projectile in front of you and making sure that it doesn't end up behind you or something like that. Just keep practicing that. Use that drill, throw the pebble, and see if that helps you improve as you get started in slinging. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. There's going to be more to follow, but stay tuned. If you liked it, maybe consider liking and subscribing, and happy slinging, everybody.